prior
motion?
meeting.
So move.
Seconded, all approved, all in favor?
Yes.
Aye, it's unanimous. Ralph's not here yet, so we'll move right on to rec. That would be you, Dan.
Yeah, we had a very short meeting last month. As a matter of fact, it was the shortest meeting we've ever had in 20 years. But all we did was to discuss the CPC articles that we had submitted, and last night they approved all of our CPC requests, all of them. There'll be a new bathroom facility down at Potter Memorial,
Oh, good.
and the league donated $20,000 towards that project. And so they approved that project, and every other project that we had was approved last night, from what I understand. That's
good.
it.
It's good.
All right, well, congratulations on that.
Hawaii.
Old business.
So we've talked about this before. The town has usually done an all-wide budget meeting, which includes the finance committee and selectmen with the town administrator. That meeting is scheduled for March 4th, and I don't have a time for the specific things yet, each division, department, but it is on March 4th at the town hall. We're in the Griffin Room.
We don't have to be there, do we?
You are welcome to come. We will be defending what we're asking for, so.
Do you need some
Always,
support?
I think that we are in.
What time is that again?
I don't have the time yet. It's an all-day event, so they
Oh.
break it up and they'll give us a time frame so I can let you all know.
Yeah. If I can be there, I'll be
Sure.
there.
So
Okay.
we'll try. Yeah.
Sure.
Is that a Saturday?
It
It
is.
is
March 4th is
Yeah.
a Saturday.
Custodian.
I have had a meeting with the highway director and with the town administrator. And I don't know, at the last selectmen's meeting, they did present, the town administrator did present that he asked for a custodial in the highway department's budget, in addition to some overtime to help cover the building. So we're gonna
Great.
defend that. I did present.
So that custodian is for us.
Excuse
Yes.
me.
I'm
Correct.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Correct. It's
Now,
not
you
in
put
my
it
budget.
It's not in your
It's
budget.
in Link's budget, where all the custodian, with the highway director's budget. And as I said before, the highway was more than willing
Gracious
to
of-
work with us,
Good.
and this is just what I presented so that you can see.
Sure.
Prior to COVID, the community center hours, we were open 87 hours. After COVID, and right now, we're currently open 80 hours. Prior to COVID, we had custodial coverage for 87 hours. And right now, we have custodial coverage for 43. That leaves 44 uncovered hours currently in the building. So I just did the little diagram to show why it is necessary, so.
Do you have any idea what the cost factor is on something like this by adding,
It was presented, I'm sorry, I didn't get that number. Link had the number, so.
it's a full-time job.
It is,
Yeah,
it
times,
is.
they get health and everything else.
And benefits, sure.
They get
Yep.
all the benefits, they get
Yes.
everything. So it's probably $20+ an hour times, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't even guess, but I can get that number
Yeah,
for you,
okay.
so I know it was.
Yeah, but
Link was putting in-
it's a regular position, full-time.
That will be for here.
For you.
In the evenings,
Okay.
Yeah.
yes.
Now, my question, if you don't mind,
Go for it.
since the custodians are in this building and you have to oversee them,
Mm-hmm.
do you have to evaluate these custodians that work for you and give any kind of an evaluation to somebody? Is it linked that you give your?
I work with Sean,
Oh.
who oversees all the custodians, and we communicate on a very regular basis. He's very receptive to hearing information,
So they work for you, basically?
They work for the highway department. I just give input and information.
Right,
We
okay.
do go through a work order system that's submitted right to highway so
Yeah.
that Sean can utilize the services that
But
he
in terms
has.
of the day-to-day operations, they're under your auspices in terms of what needs to be done around here?
Sure,
Okay.
but they do work for the highway department.
understand.
So, okay, I just don't
Okay.
want.
Moving on.
So I just wanted to say thank you to the DPW and to the town administrator who was working diligent
Good.
with us to get that fixed, so.
Couldn't be happier to hear it.
Yeah.
Amen, and
Good
a big
news.
thank you. I know it's not an easy job the highway department has, so I appreciate that. At last meeting, Van had asked if I knew about how many views we got. So when I wrote the agenda on February 1st, we had 33 views of this meeting, our last meeting. So that was on the 1st. I'm sure we get more and
people are
less
watching.
sometimes. Absolutely. So, and again, I say that Channel 18 does an amazing job and making it possible for everyone to see what's happening. And that transparency that people are looking for.
And once we get Ralph on social media, you know it's going to blow up. Okay, we'll move right on to ethics.
So I think I put in your packet, but if I didn't, we received information from the town clerk about it's time again for the conflict of interest training. If it's not in there, oh, did I?
No,
Yep,
no,
every
it's-
year you do it, so it's a good thing. So that is in there, or if you'd like me to send it to you digitally, I will be happy to do that. You have until April to get it done, so.
I have a copy of it.
Okay,
So you don't have to
terrific.
send it to me.
All right, I just want to make sure that we are,
Well,
all up to
I
date.
called Emily about it because I don't do computers, okay? Sheila and I used to sit next side by side, and she would go through the whole thing with me, okay? And I would just answer the questions, but
Sure.
I asked if there was a possibility of a waiver, and because I had done it in the past, and she said she'd rather not,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be getting help from the secretary of the rec. She's gonna sit with me and do it.
Okay,
There you go.
yeah.
Excuse me, can I ask just what the ethics training involves, what it's
It's
supposed to do?
from Massachusetts. It's,
Okay,
I think, every town employee, every
board member.
board member of every committee is required to do this.
And it's a conflict of interest
It's a
training
conflict of
too.
interest. They ask questions and you have to answer the questions. It's a test. It's like a test of your knowledge in terms of the conflict of interest laws and regulations and so on. And there's a booklet that they give you and you read it and you answer questions accordingly.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. um, I guess I could put my glasses on. Terms. Oh, right. My term is up.
So I did receive an email from Ellen, who sent along, I'm sorry, I don't have it here, your dates and terms, but I can send that out to you. So they just wanted to make sure that people knew that when their dates for the facilities committee was coming up, and if you have to get re-sworn in and all those kind of things. So I will
Whose
send that.
terms are up this,
Me.
Ryan.
just
Asa.
one?
Yeah, just Ryan.
One at a time, I guess, huh?
And we still have that open position.
Yeah, but
So
there's
that,
only, you're appointed, but for 3 years, but then it's only one at a time that has
no,
to-
there could be two of you at the
Really?
same time. Yep.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Don't worry,
sorry.
I'm not going anywhere.
Sorry, thought I had that list
Yeah,
with
that's
me. I
okay.
apologize. But yes, that is it. Ethics training facility.
Tea with Carolyn.
The Tea with Me event that we talk about is, this is the one we're going to be talking about the fees and the room use and restructuring and talking about what use is, whether it's a 1 time, 1 hour, are we breaking it down into units? So I would just ask all of you, if you have any thoughts, this is what I've been working on. I didn't have it ready, but this, I've called other places, started writing some notes myself about what I think would work. But I did want to hear from everyone. We sent a letter to all the clubs and organizations. I included in your packet. Just asking them to come because it's important to hear their thoughts. And last time, as you know, they made some excellent thoughts. So we definitely want to make sure that we're listening. And then I will bring my recommendations back to this board, and this board will make recommendations to the selectmen.
Okay.
So that's the process.
It's a process.
Okay.
Always
so
look forward to meeting the public.
absolutely, and some people have already RSVP'd to that, so I'm excited about the 27th, giving people time. And
What time is that meeting?
There are two of them. I apologize. It's right here on the flyer. One is at 9 a.m. We're doing it at 9 a.m. and then again at 5:30, just to be able to catch everyone. Oh, I did have the committee list. I apologize. So Angie is up in 2024, 6:30 of 2024. Brian, 6:30, 2023. Ralph, 6:30 of 25. The same with Van. So.
Okay.
And here's, were you looking for the letter, Van?
Yeah.
That I sent. There
Thank
you
you.
go. Of course.
So after prom.
After Prom has put in a request which is different than it's ever been because they are looking for a Saturday into a Sunday. As you all know, our building closes at 4 o'clock on Saturday, and I have no custodial coverage. I have put the person in touch who's very nice, and I know they're having a hard time with a few things, with reaching out to ask for custodial support.
Yeah.
So I have penciled it in so no one else takes the time just in case it's happening, but trying to help them out as much as can, but I don't have the custodial
Right.
support,
I know.
so I'm hoping that will come to fruition
Hopefully,
for
yeah,
them,
so,
so.
yeah.
I
Well, I
haven't
was gonna
heard
ask you
much else.
that, you know, if they're supporting you, do you have to wait until the next fiscal year?
Yes.
So that you're not gonna be getting anything until after the town meeting and everything, right?
Correct,
Okay, so.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I know they're having troubles because we're meeting with them on, Howard Children's Fund's meeting with them on Wednesday. If they could get the facility here on a Saturday, could somebody pay for their janitorial service? You know, outside group say we will pay for the janitors? Or is that not acceptable?
I believe that it is, that would just be through Link's department, because I
Okay.
can't even.
It's a contracted issue though, isn't it?
Yes, I didn't know how that
Yeah.
works.
It would be,
Yeah.
it would be a contracted issue.
I can definitely, I mean, they do have overtime in their budget so
Yeah.
that they can, or outside services, there's a
Right.
Yeah.
line item, so I'm sure there's a way to do it, because we've done it in the past.
Oh, okay.
We have had to have the custodians in the building at nighttime when they were here. This is just a difference. I'm gonna need to look for support for the building, because we're usually open until 9.
Right.
And then we're open the next day. This would be me needing to find somebody from 4 o'clock through the next day.
So did they switch the day? So
They
obviously
did,
switched
they
the day
usually
of their
never do
pride-
it on a
their prom.
I
weekend,
think trying to eliminate getting out of school and everything, you know.
so, yes.
I know. It's not easy. This year they're having a hard time with a
They
lot of stuff.
are, and I'm trying,
It's
yeah,
awful.
we'll try and help any way we can. It's
Yeah.
a, it's a
So is it our
worthwhile cause.
year? I mean, you know, we were talking about swapping it with
I guess
Chatham,
that the
and
Chatham said no to them, was my
Chatham
understanding.
just said no. Okay.
And Angie, you might know more on that, I don't know.
I don't know. I thought we were going to take turns, which I thought
Right.
was a nice idea, but
And we did do it last year, but if they said no, you
Yeah.
know, the one
How do
thing
you
we
say
don't,
no?
the
Yeah.
one thing we don't wanna do is not support the
Right.
youth.
Is
and
it,
the-
is it an overnight?
it stays overnight
Yeah,
and it
it's an
keeps the
overnight.
kids from drinking, you know.
Yeah, right.
Which is a great idea. It's a
Right.
wonderful idea.
Absolutely,
But
and
they
there's
do
a
like
lot of
this
hard work.
facility
Who-
better,
who
I'll
is
be
it?
honest with you.
Well, we're
Do you have enough
fine.
chaperones and stuff for it?
They use parents.
Parents?
Yeah, and
the
it's been
parents
going for
stay-
years. They stay
yeah.
all night. They work in shifts. It's a
It
lot of
has been
fun.
going on for
It
years.
is a lot of fun.
Yeah, we used to do it, the parents used to sleep overnight in the gym
Yeah.
with the kids.
And they have all different activities for the
Yeah,
kids. I mean,
yeah.
so it keeps it going. It's
Had
food
breakfast,
and-
we used
yeah,
to feed
food
them
and
breakfast,
activities, but
dance
Yeah.
at night and so
Yeah.
on and so
Right.
forth.
it's
Okay.
a smart idea.
So is Chatham chipping in?
I don't know how they're working it out. I'm meeting with the
Hey,
ladies on Wednesday. I'll
As
say.
far as I'm concerned, I'm like, if they, you know,
It
they're
is
not taking.
Monomoy, right?
If they're
Yeah.
not, it is Monomoy.
Yeah.
We do serve
Yeah.
both in both
Yeah.
communities.
Yeah, we'll
And
figure it out.
if they don't want to have it at their facility when
Yeah.
it was, you know, when we're trying to be fair and doing it
Yeah,
sharing.
but they may be doing something over there, and I'm unaware of, so I don't want to falsely
And I don't wanna
accuse them.
say it either. I've
Yeah.
had a
No,
lovely
no, no.
conversation
It's
with a
it's
woman,
not that.
so-
I'm just saying, hey, we can always accept their money.
Yeah, right.
We'll be happy to accept their contribution. Just saying. Okay, so moving
On
on.
that note, do they volunteer, do the parents from Chatham and come over and help?
Oh yeah, I mean they
So the parents do
the
come.
parents really do, yeah,
Yeah.
because they want it to be a fun thing for the kids.
Yeah,
And the lady.
I'm talking
who-
about the Chatham parents.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yeah.
it's not all Harwich.
No.
Okay.
They, yeah. So that's a good thing.
Okay. we look forward to them having a good time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so over to your updates.
So it's February. Happy birthday. The community center is 23 years old. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to put on Facebook the actual soft opening of the building was February 5th, but on February 14th, the building opened. So on February 14th, we're going to put on our Facebook page the happy birthday and then ask people to tell us reasons they love the community center. So you'll see that on there. We are, then I'll just go into our events. On the 15th, we have our maintenance and repair free bicycle information session. Last month, we did the first of this two-part series, and we had over 30 people at it. It was very successful. On the 21st is one of our Mad Science programs, the Up and Away. We are limited to 90 people, so we're hoping we don't get more than that. We're excited about all of the stuff that people are talking about, and that's one of the events. That's in the multipurpose room at 2 o'clock on February 21st. So the first, people have been picking up ducks, and I just checked before I came in here, and we have given out over 90 ducks. And people have already started bringing them back in decorated. Some are adorable. So we're going to do ducks on display. The ducks have to be back on the 18th. We'll put them in our display case and around the building for the week of the 21st through the 24th. On the 20th, you can come in and vote during that week. 1 vote per person. You vote for 3 categories. You do have to leave your name so we know that you're not stuffing ballot boxes.
Validating handwriting.
Yes, exactly. And then on the 24th, we will announce our winners and people can come pick up their ducks. But I think the ducks on display, they look great out there. Please take a look at them as you walk by. So that's been a big successful program. On the 22nd, we are going to hide 10 ducks. There are 10 wanted ducks. So you'll see a wanted poster that has 10 ducks. There are, however, 50 decoy ducks.
Oh.
Making you a little bit more interested. So the ducks will be hidden inside this building, not in any room where, not in the weight room or in any committee rooms or anything like that, just more out in the open and outside. They'll bring their duck in, we'll cross them off when they find the actual wanted duck and get their prize. It's just a fun thing. You can start searching at 8 a.m. Not earlier. We've had people call. It's
Gonna have to come over. It's just,
just to see the ducks. And honestly, if any of you are available and want to help us, we're going to give some volunteers some vests just to help the kids, make sure they're safe. I always worry about parking lots, as you know, which is why we're
That's
going
the 22nd.
from this way back. So yes. So that's our duck. Where are we now? My goodness. Then on the 23rd, we'll be doing our indoor yard sale. We could take 20 vendors. We already have 20 vendors. So we have started a wait list. So I think it's going to be a great thing. People they purchase a table. That money goes into the general fund for the town. It's $20. We provide the table. It will be in the multipurpose room. We've been advertising. So just a little way to help clean out and get things underway.
So did we do this for clubs, or is this just for?
We did it for anyone. We
for
put it
anybody.
out there, and people are interested.
Good.
The last one is, I can see it in your packet, but I don't know, is the Buried in Treasure. So we are working with. Angie, can I steal your flyer for a second?
Yeah. No, it sounded interesting as soon as I saw treasure.
So the Buried in Treasure, it's going to be a 16-week session on Tuesdays here in the building, starting February 21st. And we're co-sponsoring with the Cape Cod Hoarding Task Force. And anyone who signs up, totally free class, gets a copy of the book. You commit to the 16 weeks. And it's not just for Harwich, but certainly we encourage people from Harwich. Just another event that we can do to help people out. So that's our Buried in Treasure event coming up, starting February 21st. And to sign up, you do call here at the front desk. Thanks, Angie. I did provide you with the newsletter. There's a lot of information in it. Feel free to look through. The next one's getting worked on right now. Our numbers are certainly increasing to how many people we email this to and how many people are coming in to pick them up. So I think that it's providing the service that we were looking for and getting our information out there. We always want to thank Channel 18 and the Chronicle, who do a lot of advertising for us. Our programs have been very well attended, and we've done more programs this year than ever before. So we're at a good clip, and the building's busier than it has ever been.
That's great. That's what it's all about.
You make this so inviting for people to look at.
Well, I will pass
thank
that
you.
on because there's a staff of people
Yeah,
doing it
they
who
do a
are
nice job.
Exactly.
exceptional. And I gave you the letter that I sent to the groups and organizations already. Yeah, I know I talked fast, but
It's okay.
there's a lot
No,
going
I
on. We're
understand.
doing our March events in March. I just throw out there, March is International Women's Day, so we are having people come in. Anyone can come in, pick up a thank you card or a blank note, write a thank you to a woman who has made a difference, whether it's a teacher, a mom, a sister, a politician, and you address it, we'll mail it for you. And at that time, we ask you to write their name on a paper flower, and we're going to plant a garden of inspirational women. We're going to take an equinox walk, a sunrise walk, working with the recreation department around the building, have a little light continental breakfast after, just to start the day. Spring is coming, so not that any of us can complain. It's beautiful
No,
out
no,
there.
I'm not complaining at all.
Please.
Yeah, we lucked out.
Yeah.
We will
Keep it
do
going.
we'll do our tea with me again next month. And in addition to that, on March 30th, we are going to invite people in at 5:30 in the evening. I'll have small planters, and you can decorate a planter, and then we'll give you some seeds to start your own garden and continue to grow as we are.
Okay.
So those are just some of the upcoming events.
Great. Good job.
Yeah, I meant to ask, because with the Hall of Fame, I saw, I don't know, in the newspaper somewhere, that they were going to present, I think, to the selectmen, both Sheldon Thayer and Lee Culver, and I'm assuming we would be somehow involved, since this was the beginning of the community center with those two individuals. So is anything happening?
You're
I
talking
don't
about
know.
the wall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Hall of Fame, I'm sorry, I didn't probably make it clear.
Richard Waystack put them forward, and they
Yeah.
were both approved.
Okay.
So they will be presented at town meeting.
Okay.
And then they'll be hung on the wall.
Okay.
So-
No, I just thought because they helped start this building in the first place.
Absolutely.
it
And
should
I
be
think that
recognized.
maybe that's one of the things that we should do, maybe that we could do a small reception
Yeah.
because they were so influential
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
in the building and so much else in town too, as was everyone who's so well deserving
Right.
on the wall, but.
Just going back a little bit, on some of the special programs you mentioned, like you said I hope only 90 kids come or something. Is there a charge for the kids to come to that? And is the budget within the community center budget?
It is currently, and there is no charge. We're trying to make all of our events free.
Yeah.
Just to help
that's
the
good.
families.
I just
Right,
was
yeah.
wondering.
So that's one of the budget line items that we fought for last year, and the selectmen were so gracious to award us. So we are spending every cent and then some. And I would like to say that we get wonderful donations from the towns as well. A lot of the townspeople who drop off donations and businesses. So yes, we are
The
far
community center
exceeded.
pays for those programs.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
my pleasure. Thank you. That's my report for all of you.
You did a good job. Thank you.
Our next meeting is scheduled for March 10th.
Good.
I don't know if
I
anyone.
have to keep on remembering. I got my planner so filled with stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a dentist appointment Today, no, next week, on in March, and I got to call and change it and so on. I was supposed to go to therapy today, and I called and said
no.
I can't make it.
I have one other question too before we end up.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you,
No,
Dawn.
thank you. I'm thinking like of the special needs dances and things for the spring. Are we gonna be opening up for those kids? I mean, because I don't know about the numbers you can have in the, in the multi-purpose room and what the, regulations would be.
So we worked with Anne Marie Dooley.
Well,
She was
that's
the
my
person,
buddy. That's
yeah,
why we're-
she's
yeah.
the one that brought it to us.
Yeah.
But the numbers are smaller than what we had before.
Right.
The fire department was very concerned about the numbers and tables and things in front of doors. So
Okay.
that is one of the things that we are vigilant about this year, is that
Okay.
we're not over exceeding our capacity.
Okay.
What is the capacity?
I believe it's 72, but it
Okay.
is in the book that I have right at the front desk. But I believe the number is
Okay.
72 right now. 72 or 77, but I can get that for you as well.
No, that's okay, because
That's-
Anne Marie
that's
was
fine.
asking and the kids are asking, so.
Sure,
I
no,
said,
we
"Let me
miss
check."
having them.
Yeah, let me check.
And
this.
the problem is, I'm sure we could work with the recreation department to see about having it in the gym. They just prefer that room, but you can't eat in the gym. So
Yeah, that was it.
You know,
Yeah, because we worry about, we don't want to lose the.
Of course. So I would love to. Anne Marie's been wonderful to
Oh,
work
she's
with all the
sweet.
time.
She keeps
so.
asking, so I said, I'll check.
Absolutely, you tell her to call me anytime.
Is she gonna, is Julie gonna start up the men's club again? You know?
I thought I
The-
heard
yes,
that.
she said
She
they're
is.
gonna be doing that soon, but there was also a restriction in the sense of you can't just do a buffet. It has to be, the meals have to be served now because of the health department.
Oh,
Before you could
Yep.
pick and choose whatever you wanted.
Right.
But they're gonna change that a little bit.
well, they have to serve you now.
They have to serve, yeah.
But you know when they're starting?
Soon. I don't know the official time, but it is soon. That was something they were definitely putting on.
Cool. Good.
That's why I was
I
asking
like
you
the,
too.
I
also
enjoyed the breakfast with the guys.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
fun.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Well, thanks.
23
It's exciting.
years.
23 years. It's wonderful. I mean, you've all seen how many things and people have come through here and
Yeah,
the changes. And
23
it's been
years.
great.
Alrighty then. Well, nobody has anything else. I'll call it at 10:27. Officially adjourn the meeting. Thank you guys for showing
Thank you.
up.
You
Thank
have to go to
you.
work now?
Yeah, I've already been at work.
Oh.
That's why I was like,
Where do you go now? Where are you working out of now?
Thank you.